Hi, Karl Faase here from Olive Tree Media. We're living in extraordinary times, aren't we? Who would have thought just a few weeks ago that churches would not be able to meet on a Sunday morning, and small groups can't even meet in people's homes? And as church leaders and ministry leaders, we're trying to learn to do things we've never been trained in, never had the opportunity to grow the skills in, but we have to do it. And one of those is speaking to a camera, whether that's in conversations and Zoom calls or video calls through your phone or your computer, or streaming your Sunday morning services. And some of you probably hate speaking to a camera. I actually want to give you 7 things to remember when you are using a camera in a video call, in conferencing, or on Sunday mornings that might help you. 7 pretty simple hints that you may not have thought about. The first thing is this: have the camera at eye level, like this camera is. If you're using your phone, get the phone at eye level. If you're using your computer in a video call, set the camera up, like this one is, on eye level. Now, I've spent a few meetings recently spending the whole time looking right up somebody's nose, and it's not a pleasant experience. So it's not that hard to think about. Just make sure you get your camera at eye level. Secondly, ask what's behind you. So we spend our time looking at the camera, but the camera looking at us takes in everything that's around you. Clean your desk up, which I did for this. Check out what's behind you. Don't be too close to the wall. Give a bit of a gap if you can. But keep in mind that you don't want the environment that you're sitting in to become a distraction to what you're trying to say. Keep the light on your face. You don't have to have professional lightings. Just make sure there's more light on you than behind you. Sometimes people set their camera up with a window behind them, and basically for the whole call, they're just a shadow. Especially with phones. iPhones don't cope with the difference with light and shade very well. So make sure that there's light on your face and that people can see your face. In all of this, make sure you can be heard. I have a friend that I've worked with for many years that says people will put up with bad camera work, but they won't put up with not being able to hear. Be in a bit of an open space. Don't sound like you're locked in a cupboard with a whole bunch of echo around you. So make sure that whatever you do, you can be heard. Try and look at the camera all the time. I'm used to, like many of you are, speaking in live situations with crowds of people, and you're looking around at the crowd all the time. When you're working with a camera, stay on the camera, look at the camera. Now, it feels odd and it'll take some time for you to get used to it, but just stay as much as you can focused on the camera, because people are looking at you one-on-one. Don't yell. Again, when we have a group of people, and a large group of people, we want to get our message out there. We want to grab people by what we say. We want to express ourselves loudly. But when in the current environment, all of your church are listening to you at home. They are sitting in their lounge room, in their lounge chair. This is a one-on-one conversation. Remember, it's a one-on-one conversation. And if you're in a one-on-one conversation, unless you're angry, you don't spend time yelling at people. Keep your energy up, smile, make sure you get light in your face, and have some energy, but try not to yell. Keep in mind, it's a one-on-one conversation. And finally, number 7, keep it short. I reckon for most messages in a video streaming situation, you've got about 15 minutes. A friend of mine, again, in music, used to say to his musicians, remember, less is more. And in this situation, less is more. People actually are used to listening longer in a situation with a live speaker than they are listening to videos. So my advice would be, try and keep it short. Look, you're going to be okay. You don't have to be a professional. You're not trying to pretend to be some sort of professional presenter. But be authentic, be yourself, keep it short. And if you keep these 7 things in mind, you're going to increase in your ability to share over your phone, your computer, or to a camera. All the best in the weeks ahead.